I went to my friend's house, place I used to live in, and we had a plan to go hiking to this river. We've never gone there in the winter, and we took the car as far as we could in the forest before the snow got too deep for us to go any further. The forest looked so beautiful, it looked like a fairy tale, and the sun was shining for the first time this month. The shadows were so blue and so vivid. In the snow we saw many footprints of animals, but not that many humans. When we went to the campsite, somebody had left slices of fruit on the spruce trees, and this is the totem me and my friend painted. This river was frozen over, but we couldn't understand if it's safe to walk on, because there was snow upon the ice, and we wanted to figure out how thick is the ice. In the end, we determined that this river was yet unsafe to walk on. We went to get some wood. Inexperienced winter campers as we are, we took wood from the ground, and it was very wet and very frozen. With us, we only had one rusty saw. It was around minus 12 degrees Celsius, and while the sun was out, it wasn't too bad, but when it got darker, it got really cold. My friend in the red hat forgot his gloves in the car. This was our first time making a fireplace in the winter. We had brought with us only a few pieces of little dry fire starter wood. Our plan was to make vegetable and lentil soup. Food always tastes better when you're outside in the fresh air. The wood was so wet that it didn't catch much fire and it didn't dry out properly. All around the river there is a bog, and on it there were these dried out reeds that were dry enough to catch fire, and we used that to burn the fireplace. But the wood was still not drying out properly. We had been trying to get this fire going for about 2 or 3 hours with little success, and we were beginning to be very cold and hungry. We tried all sorts of methods, but the fire just wouldn't get big enough. We disassembled the large fire and decided to start again. In the end, we made our soup only by using reeds and blowing on the fire for about 20 minutes. We did manage to finish our soup and warm ourselves up with a hot meal. Since there was no light anymore, we packed up our stuff and headed to the car. It was so cold that my hair was frozen and I looked like a grandpa. It was a bit of a hassle to get the car out of the forest. Back home we had another genius idea. We wanted to attach the sled to a moped and drive around the neighborhood, which was great fun. The fastest we could go was about 26 kilometers per hour. This is probably the most fun thing I've done in winter since I was a child.